this episode of Motorhead Garage, we've got an awesome UTV in the garage and we're gonna snork it. A beautiful new exhaust is not a pipe dream with Flowmaster, and your auto's security is at your fingertip.
Hey, welcome to Motorhead Garage. Well, folks, look what Sam and I are working on. We're going to be working on this Dodge Dually. And if you keep it long enough, any vehicle, you're going to have to replace the exhaust system on here. And that's what we have right here. These things get all rusty. They get all corroded, and sometimes they're pretty tough to get off. You know, one of the tips I always like to use is take some penetrating oil and spray it all over like the bolts on these clamps and stuff, break them loose, and then let it set, then break them loose, and then it'll come off a lot easier. Many times you can do that. A lot of times, though, you just got to saw them off. I've already done that and broken some of these loose. The tough one, of course, is up here at the manifold. I sprayed that down. Let me go ahead and see if I can get that thing off. Oh, boy. I can get it up here. These are not easy, but I did break it loose. Aha. There it goes. All right, Sammy, take her away.
All right, I'm going through all the parts and pieces here. What we're installing is a nice 4-inch stainless steel exhaust. This is from Flowmaster. This is called their Force 2. It's a 409 stainless steel, 4-inch exhaust, and it comes complete. We started the exhaust manifold. This is the primary header pipe that comes down, goes into an extension pipe like this, or a secondary header pipe. Then we have an extension pipe. And again, these are all flanged, they slide together, and you get nice 4-inch band clamps. Of course, they have a nice muffler here. It's all welded, it's real strong, it's a good size. And by the way, it is directional, and it's marked inlet, so you want to pay close attention when you assemble it. We've got a nice parts diagram here that comes with the kit. They're all numbered, and it tells you exactly what you have, because some of these clamps will have the hangers built into them, and some of the pipes have the hangers built into them. When you slide these over the rubber hangers, you've got these little hanger retainers. They push on like that, very similar to the clip they use in a brake drum. And again, all high quality, all robot welded. Now here's the tailpipe. This is a good looking piece, has all the clamps on it, and you can see it's a nice polished stainless tip. The lip's all rolled, got a drain hole in it. Again, it's all robotically welded, good strong piece. This fits 98 to 2002 Cummins diesel-powered Dodge Ram 3500. If you have the real short wheelbase, you'll modify that extension pipe a little bit. Other than that, in this truck, this goes right on, so we need to get to work here.
Hey, Sam, you want to give me a hand in here? I'm about ready for you.
Okay, big boy, what do you got down here?
Yeah, I got this.
Oh, you got the hangers off back here, and you got the clamps off?
Yeah.
Well, as rusty as this is, I didn't think it was going to come off without cutting, but...
looks like it's kind of loose right here, so twist it. Now push. Oh, look, I don't believe that.
That came apart easy.
Can you get it through there?
Yeah, just hang it right there.
All right.
Good, we'll take this front section off.
All right, now I think I can probably get this section off. Anyway, let me see what I can do on here.
There we go, I got that clamp off first.
All right, I think
I would have taken that hanger off, but I can't trust you for a minute.
Well, I got it, yeah. We'll have to get that off. That's going to be a little tougher. Anyway, I think we'll go ahead. Let's go to break. We got a lot more coming. We'll get this thing off in the meantime through the magic of television. Stay with us.
This edition of Motorhead Garage, presented by ARP, is being brought to you by ARP, the world leader in fastener technology. Original Parts Group, the world's largest source for GMA body parts and accessories. Ossenmacher Specialty Tools, professional tools for the professional technician. And by Flowmaster, the exhaust technology company.
Hey, welcome back to Motorhead Garage. Well, you can see Sam and I got the old system off. It was a little bit of a hassle, but we were able to pull it off. Anyway, I've already got the front pipe onto the manifold. Now, the trick here is what you want to do is get it on but leave it loose so you can adjust it, move it around, because you're going to need to do that when you put your other pipes on. But the most important thing is to read the instructions before you go too far on this thing.
That's right. Now, this Flowmaster Force 2 stainless steel system got a great set of instructions, step by step what to do. Now, you don't need a lift. You can do this on a set of jack stands, but make sure you're supported good. The other thing is they have a picture of all the components, and they're numbered, and then there's a list. Okay, so Dave put on the first downpipe. We're going to put on the secondary downpipe now. Also, a couple of the band clamps supplied take the place of these old steel, stamped steel hangers that the factory used, and you can see this is pretty rusted out. You can use the rubbers over. Those is good forever. All right, Dave, the next thing we got is the lower downpipe. That's that 27S. It's got the little bend in it.
Yep.
And you putting that front hanger clamp on?
Yeah, let's get this on, and then we'll get that on. Hey, bud. Next pipe.
Little bend here. That's going to clear that cross member and bring this pipe in the right place. That should slide right in there.
Yeah, there it goes. Go ahead. Work it and twist it. Work and twist.
There we go.
Sounds like a dance move, doesn't it? Okay.
This is something you should be able to do by yourself. Now we're ready for our
There we go.
intermediate pipe here.
Okay, let me get my clamp on here.
Okay. All right. And you can see this pipe here. It's got this nice little notch in it, so the clamp will tighten it up. It's gas tight. It's got a little swedge there. It's flared out a little bit. So this should slide right over there, no problem. Bingo, there we go.
And again, keep it all loose until you get it all together. Then it'll go back together a lot easier.
I take the 4-inch band clamp with the hangers. I transferred the rubber hangers to it, and I believe this goes on like so, like right here, yep.
Okay.
A little trick is always put a little bit of lubricant on these rubbers, and they'll slide back over real easy. Saves you a big wrestling match. Should be able to get those on by hand. There we go. And then we'll put the retainers on that are supplied in the kit. We're ready for the muffler.
All right, now we got the hangers on. We're in good shape. All right, ready for the muffler, buddy?
I'm waiting on you, buddy. Don't forget the inlet goes forward.
I got it. Thanks for all the help.
Oh, listen, you know, anything I can do.
I know. See if you can slide that on there, okay?
Once it gets started square, pull your pipe over a little bit this way. There we go. Give me a little room.
There you go. Push it. Push it. Push it. There you go. All right, let me get this.
Now we're getting ready to thread our tailpipe up over the axle. We've got the hanger rubbers already in place. And of course, we got some lubricant on it. Remember, that really makes your life easier. One other thing, what Flowmaster does a great job, again, this is all stainless. They don't just tack weld these hangers on. A nice long bead of weld. You get good coverage, and the weld is great, get good penetration. It's not going to come down on you. You got that, buddy?
Yeah, okay. Turn it up here just a little bit.
Don't forget to put your clamp on the back side of the muffler before you thread this pipe in.
All right, here we go. All right. Push her in there. Yep. It went right in.
Yep, and these hangers line right up. So all we need to do now is put our hangers on. You let that thing turn a little bit, buddy. Here we go.
All right.
And then we can tighten up our clamps, line everything up.
Okay, you got that?
Yep.
All right. Okay. That one's on. How's that one coming?
Going on pretty good.
Looks good. Okay, folks. Well, now you can see what it takes to put this on. These Flowmasters are pretty darn nice. You know, they slide right together. Take your time when you're doing it. Once you get it all installed, make sure it's all loose, because then you can go around, adjust it, make sure you have plenty of clearance between everything, get your rubbers on, make sure everything is lined up. And then once you make sure that you have that done, go up here and then start tightening these clamps back as you go. If you got to make an adjustment, you can. Sometimes you may have to loosen one and redo it a little bit. The key thing is to not let this rub up against anything, because if you do, two things are going to happen. One, it's going to drive you nuts because you're going to have a vibration. The other thing, eventually, it's going to wear a hole in the muffler system.
Right. And you know, we could have used air tools tightening these clamps up, but by using a ratchet, you can really feel it. Make sure you get the clamp squared just the way you want it. You know, we made this look probably tougher than it really is. This is an easy system that you can put on at home, and of course, this Flowmaster is going to make this truck sound good. We're going to finish lining this all up, make sure everything's tight. Right now, we're going to take a quick break. We've got a lot more coming here at Motorhead Garage, so stick around. This is just about ready, buddy.
You got that? Okay, let's move to the next one. Hey, on this week's Industry Update, we're featuring lift supports from AMS Automotive. And Sam, you know what this is like when you have your car and you go to raise up that back hatch or your hood, and it won't stay up. What happens?
Yep.
I know what happens to me. It hits me in the head.
That's right. It's a safety item, and these are gas-charged lift supports. And of course, the gas in there is nitrogen. Over the seasons, with the hot and cold temperature changes in about 5 years, the gases escape by the O-rings, and that's when they fail.
Exactly, and AMS Automotive has a complete array of them, over 1,000 applications, believe me. Anything that requires a lift support, they got you covered.
Right, and if you look in their catalog, they also have all the brackets, the shoulder studs, the ball studs, all the little things that can be worn or rusted or corroded. You got them all covered. You really fix the vehicle up right. They have the universal charge lift supports for automotive, industrial, farm equipment, tanning beds, any place where there's a gas lift stud.
So if you require a lift support, all you have to do is go and look up their website, get all the information you want.
Motorhead Garage, presented by ARP, coming to you from Borla Commerce Park.
How you doing there, bud?
I'm doing okay, buddy. Coming along good.
Don't let it get ahead of you. Hey, welcome back to Motorhead Garage. Well, folks, you know, one of the most popular cars for car thieves, these Honda Accords. And the reason for that is because they like to steal them, and they strip them and sell them for parts. So these cars are worth a lot more for parts than they are together. Now, if somebody really wants the car, they'll just put a rollback up there and take it. But what you want to do is try to foil the common car thief, and we've got a system for that right over here. And I got Steve Gull here with Auto Secure.
Yes,
right?
sir. Thank you, Dave.
Steve, tell me all about this. Now, this is a unique system that he has here.
We're showcasing the best unit today, which is a product of Auto Secure USA.
Yeah.
It's a biometric anti-theft device.
Now, you're saying biometric. That's a big word for a guy like me. Now, what's that mean?
Biometric is a science of identifying you with you.
Okay.
In this case, we use the fingerprint, which is used in this unit right here. This is the main brain of the unit right here.
Okay.
But this is the part of the device that really is important. This is the sensor for your fingerprint. So you're enrolled in here. Up to 30 people can enroll their fingerprints into here. And if you don't have your fingerprint enrolled, you don't start the car.
Wow, this is just like a security system you'd find in a big corporation or something, right?
Yes,
Where
sir.
you put your finger on there, and if it's not the right one, then you can't start the car.
Very high tech.
So you got everything in here. You got all the wires, the controller, and even the instruction sheet.
Correct.
So a guy can install this. It takes a little while to do it. You need to get the wiring diagram for your car, which will help a lot. Now, Sam and I have already been working on this thing, so we got it partially installed. Sam's already inside working on it. Check it out.
All right, now, I'm installing this system. Get yourself a voltmeter. You don't need to spend a lot of money, because you're going to need to look, make sure you got a good ground, make sure you got 12-volt power supply. Don't use a test light. Use a voltmeter. Now, along with the system, you get a pretty nice schematic. You don't use all these wires all the time. But basically, here's our mainframe controller. And then we have everything hooked to it. We're going to go to the battery to supply power. We're going to have a good ground. And then we'll go over and we'll tap into the ignition switch. What we're doing basically is we're interrupting the circuit between the ignition switch, the battery, and the starter motor. And you have, of course, this little blue LED, which has a little two-sided tape on the back. We'll find a nice place to mount that. Now, I got wires draped all over the place here. I'm going to test it, make sure it all works, then I'll dress it up neatly. And this is our fingerprint module. And it looks like a rocker switch. Make a little hole in the dash, put it in, it's really nice. This does a pretty good job. The average guy gets in, the thief, you're in the park, you're having a picnic, he pops the window open,
Please input.
turns the key.
Please input
I'm trying to start it.
Please input fingerprint.
Well, our mainframe, the controller, this is the fingerprint recognition. It's telling me to put in my fingerprint. So if he's smart enough to find this and has any fingerprints left,
Input invalid. Please input fingerprint.
I say, I've got this finger programmed, not that finger. So when somebody does that,
Input invalid.
tells him invalid, he's gone. He's finding another car that's a lot simpler than yours.
Please input fingerprint.
It's asking me to put in the fingerprint. I've got the switch in the on position. This is an automatic. It's in park. All I have to do, it recognized my fingerprint. Bingo, we're running. Now we can go to the grocery store, go home from the beach or whatever we're doing. In the meantime, It protects my Honda Accord. It's a pretty nice VTEC, 3.5 liter V6. Protects it from being stolen. So a great little system, easy to install. I'm gonna go ahead now and dress all these wires. I noticed Dave said he was helping me. I don't know where he is. But we're just about ready to take a break. We've got a lot more coming here at Motorhead Garage, so stick around.
This week on the Steel Spotlight, I have a 1966 Ford Thunderhawk. Now, I know you're wondering, what is a Thunderhawk? I wanted to find out too, so I met up with the builder, DeLonzo. What inspired this?
Well, actually, two cars inspired it. The Firebird and the Thunderbird, those two cars. Firebird went flying by, and my friend called it a Thunder Chicken. Thunder Chicken, fried chicken, that was funny to me. So I got thinking about it a little bit, and I thought about the hawk and the chicken, and all of a sudden, popped in my head, Thunderhawk.
Wait a minute, so you're telling me you came up with a name before you had a car?
That's right. I came with the name first. And then I thought, wow, that's such a powerful predator name. Think about it.
Yeah.
Thunderhawk is such a powerful predator name. I gotta build a car, man.
And I tell you, and a Thunderhawk has to have power, and I know you have some pride in what's under this hood. There's a V8 under here, but...
It's a little more than that, you know. It's a 302 V8. It has performance pistons, rods inside, but it has Roush heads. So it was built to outperform the original Shelby, you know.
Yeah, of course.
Snakes crawl, hawks fly. You know?
Well, I tell you what, this Hawk packs a punch for sure, but it's really cool.
Yeah.
This edition of Motorhead Garage, presented by ARP, is being brought to you by Escort Radar, laser protection at the speed of light. Steel Shield, the ultimate protection against metal-to-metal wear. Bling Star, accessorizing UTVs and ATVs worldwide. And by Bruce High Performance Transport, leading the industry since 1981.
Hey, welcome back to Motorhead Garage. Well, folks, we got something really unique here on this set. We got a UTV that guys like to take off the road, into the swamps, through the mud bogs. Before you do it, you got to do a little prep work on it in order to make these things live. Now, the key on this, of course, is getting air into the engine without getting water into it.
Right.
That is a key. And so what we're going to do is put on a snorkel kit, or it's called a snorket. And we got the guys from Triangle ATV here who's going to show us exactly how to do it. Hey, Chris, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Folks, I want you to meet Chris Gilbert here. He's with Triangle ATV, and he's one of the owners of the company, but he's also one of the experts on this, too. Chris, show us what you're going to do now. You got the air box.
That's correct. One of our primary concerns when we snorkel these bikes is to take care of the air box, because this provides air to the engine. We do have a few modifications we want to make to it. We're going to be adding an additional adapter to the air box to go from a 3-inch factory intake to a 4-inch, so we'll give it a little more air for better performance. We're going to be making a connection for the crankcase vent, the fuel box, and we're also going to be adding a drain to this.
Okay, so let's get started on it. Okay, this is all ready to go. We'll go ahead and get this mounted. In the meantime, let's check out Sam.
I'm just about done here with dielectric compound. Now, there are a lot of connections on these machines. Got to slide underneath to get some of them, but I've got this pretty much done here. What do you say, Al? What do we got next here?
Sure, we've got the 2-inch air box snorkels that we're going to be attaching. It looks like Chris and Dave has already installed the air box, so the next step is just to attach these two onto the air box, and you're going to attach that with these hose clamps. They're actually steel helix flex core, and this is a double layer rubber. This actually will take up to around 375 to 400 degrees temperature, so they're good to go, lifetime warranty, ready to roll.
So going on to that adapter we put on there, let's go ahead and put them in.
All right, bud.
I got you set up in the arm position here for your clamps.
All right.
All right, now, once these things here are in, where does this go?
This is going to come from the bottom right to the risers.
All right, buddy, I got that all trimmed out. Next step is, once you take off the plastic bodywork, we're going to put this riser plate in here, this base plate, but this has to be trimmed out with a hole saw. There's really not much to it. Now, these things are all metal cut, aren't they?
Yeah, they're actually a steel water scythe cut, and it actually fits the machine exactly.
This goes in here, 4 screws. Once we put this in, we put the riser in, and then we can attach our tubes up to the riser, and we go from there.
That's right.
All right, folks, what we've done now, we've got our risers in here. Now we've got a set of 45s. These are going to go on here. Once they're on, we've got another one to do. We're not gluing these. We're using black RTV. The reason for that is it's strong, it seals it, holds it up, but you can take it apart for service.
That's right.
And we got another one of these cut plates. It's going to go here. Let's get some silicone on this.
Sure.
This one here in. This plate around here. There, that's looking good.
Yep. I'm going to go ahead and apply the 90s. Again, we're using the silicone.
All right.
Hold that down. All right, all we need to do is grab our 10 millimeter, tighten those up, and we'll be strutted.
Awesome. All set here, buddy.
Fit in there pretty good. Well, what we've just installed here, this is a little bellows that goes in here. What we're doing is we got a breather coming off the differential.
Right.
Well, what happens, that is hanging down. You get water in there, you're in trouble. So what they have is a little bellows like this. It allows enough trapped air in there to allow that differential to breathe, but you don't get any water in there.
Right. Differential's got to breathe so the fluid won't push out.
Thanks for having us out. And look, if anybody's actually after any of these aftermarket parts, you can go to Performance ATV, High Lifter, Wicked Off-Road, Party in My Cooler, or of course, Triangle ATV.
Great product here, and when you install your Snorket, they got a DVD that goes right along with it. Anyway, folks, we run out of time. We'll see you again next time here at Motorhead Garage.